Hi there! Hope that you have had a great day so far, and I hope that you will join me today for these interesting chats that I'm going to be having. Today I'm chatting with Miriam from Go Popup in order to discuss further about online pop-up stores and the importance of these types of pop-up stores in today's pop-up retail world. So we're going to look at all of these technical aspects of online pop-up stores, and we're going to try to answer all of the possible questions that you could have regarding these types of stores. So I'm inviting Miriam in, and she's going to be discussing with us all of these details. Hello, hi there.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Good, I'm fine. How about you?
Yes, good.
Good.
Exciting to be here.
Perfect. I hope that your Instagram live premiere is a positive one. We're going to
Needed
have,
prepare.
yeah, we're going to have lots of things to discuss this evening related to Go pop-up services, but more specifically, we're going to look at the online pop-ups. But first of all, if you can please introduce us and what do you do specifically with Go Popup?
I will. So my name is Miriam Stibbe, and I work at Go Popup. And Go Popup is a platform where we help clients create pop-ups. And this can be both physical as now also online pop-ups. Yes. So we are basically the go-between the client and the landlord. My role at Go Popup is the international business developer, and I'm responsible for France, UK, and the Netherlands.
Okay. Why specifically we need to have people responsible for specific countries? Are there differences in terms of the operational side of the pop-up business that need more attention from one country to the other?
Well, first of all, the countries that I am dedicating were not our native countries, but needed to be developed. So that's where I came in, and being Dutch, the Netherlands was obvious. And then both the UK as France have lots of potential for us because we have many clients that are requesting these countries. So it's very good to be specialized in these countries. So we work with more country managers, and we know everything about these countries. So therefore it's good to have some country managers that are aware of all local details.
Okay, perfect. What's the difference now between an online pop-up store and a physical pop-up store?
Well, it's basically the location. One is virtual, it's online, and the other one is a physical pop-up. So in a high street, in an event space, in a certain city. But both of them have the thing in common that it's a location, a temporary location where you organize a sales activity or a marketing activity.
Okay. Today with physical pop-up stores, we're looking at types of stores in which, as you said, we can either engage in selling merchandise or meeting people in person, etc. And these online pop-up stores are coming to top up this activity by injecting a certain also need that brands might have in order to make the most out of their marketing or sales strategies. Now, how can an online pop-up store complement a physical pop-up store?
Well, with the last couple of months, we have all been living through this COVID-19 situation, and I think everybody became more aware of the importance of having an online presence.
Yes.
Like most retailers won't be able to survive if they don't have any online presence. So we stepped in there and saying, listen, basically we can do the same thing online, where we have a very accessible tool that we could create your action in a virtual location.
Okay, so we're saying that mostly the need that you saw, or the opportunity rather that you saw, is the need of these brands to appear and to stay connected to their target audiences through these difficult times.
Yeah, that's completely right. You need to be in connection with your client, and that's why pop-up shops work so well, because sometimes you can be very virtually present online, but you will organize a physical pop-up to get that connection with your client. With an online pop-up, we need to create the same, because we need to be able to connect with that client as a retailer. You want to chat with them, you want to answer their clients, their questions. So that is basically the niche of the online pop-up, that you say, okay, we connect both of them, because clients have questions. If you browse through whichever catalog, clients have questions, and you want to answer them. So on an online pop-up, you can present your product, but in the same time you can chat with your client and get a connection with them.
Okay, so we're talking about the possibility of creating an engagement that will allow the brand to get in closer touch with their target audiences through the facilities that an online pop-up stores would provide. This is really important, because today we are seeing, or we are looking at the social factor related to pop-up stores. Every time a pop-up store is here, we have lots of talks on social media, and maybe collaborations with these influencers or experts. So can you tell us a little bit more how an online pop-up store could put that element in value?
Well, I think talking about this subject, the word omnichannel always comes around, because you have to engage with your client. You need to entertain them. Both physical and online pop-up, it's a part of it is entertaining your client and to convince them that your product is the right product for the client. And there's so much on offer nowadays that with an online pop-up, you do the same. You get that connection to your client, you engage it, and you can enhance it as much as you want. So you can get multiple cameras, you can put your catalog there, you can do special promotions, you can work together with an influencer, only present a special edition, basically what you would do with the physical pop-up as well, but now it's a virtual one. And they can also enhance each other. So for example, you will have a pop-up in Paris in 3 months. With your online pop-up, you can already create a buzz around it, and you can already get a connection with your clients and live up to that moment until they can finally have that physical moment with them. But not everybody will be able to visit Paris. So with your online tool, you can connect with your client from the United States to Hong Kong to whatever, and still have that almost intimate moment with your client to create that connection.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. So we're not only creating a physical space that relates to a geographical area, but rather we're allowing our customers to live that moment with us almost anywhere around the world, which is really an interesting feature. So let's talk about the technical aspects with you of the online pop-up store, because we had the opportunity to meet other people from Go Pop-Up to talk about the physical pop-up stores. So today I wanted that chat to really be focused on that. Well, let's say today I want to engage in an online pop-up store and I'm ready to go through that venture. As a brand, what do I need to have ready before deciding to sign up for that online pop-up store?
Well, first of all, before I answer your question, you just mentioned this is my Instagram first time premiere.
Premiere.
So, having an online pop-up, as you know, I might not be the most technical person. However, it's so easy that for me, it's even easy. So first of all, we've made it user-friendly. And then second of all, what do you need? Well, you need to have your logo. I would say you need some high-definition pictures. So there is a good way you can present your brand. It would be very useful to have your catalog ready, because you can already do that. And this is also something important. You want to engage your clients. So what do? You make it attractive. So you can have a special deal, just like we said, special deal or promotion, something that would make it interesting for the client to attend this online pop-up.
Mm-hmm.
It's very advisable, but that's for every brand to have your social media ready. Because we offer a platform, like basically kind of a webinar tool that later on you can share, and it will also be recorded. So if you have everything ready, it's easy to then expand it to all your social media.
Okay, so the brand has to really pre-plan what it aims to do from that online pop-up, whether to engage in communications and then share them after the event, or concentrate on what should be happening during that event in terms of maybe explaining about the products, collections, or aiming to sell some product in order to do them on site, right?
Yes, you will. In order to do your online pop-up, I would advise you to have a good preparation, because you can also share your screen. So you basically want to make a presentation. Imagine you're standing on a stage and you have 100 people in the room that you want to engage in your story. Maybe you want to present your new collection. That's now online. So you don't go on stage without any preparation.
Yeah.
But here it's the same. You go on stage and you're prepared. And you make it visually interesting.
Yes. That's a really important point, because people need to be, or brands need to be aware of the importance of getting their online pop-ups ready in terms of planifications before they go online. And in terms of technicalities, does the platform allow you to reshare your audience to your website or other channels that you might have?
Yes. After finishing the online pop-up, which is a live event, you can download the session, and then you can reshare that to all your social media, or you can even embed it in your website. So all these tools are there, and they're super easy to use. Everybody who can even connect to Instagram Live can do this. When you sign up for the online pop-up, you put your hashtags, you put your website, you put your social media links there. So afterwards, it's basically pushing next and publish and download, and it's there for you. So super easy.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Thank you for that. This is really important and really interesting. Now that we have our client information, we have our online website, and we have done our online pop-up store, can a client do several pop-up stores that are online with Go Pop-Up?
Yes, and I would almost recommend to do several, because you want to make it a little bit exclusive. We have now set a limit of attendees up to hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do both a public event as a private event.
Yeah,
A public event means that everybody can sign up.
Mm-hmm.
And after you have signed up, and after the pop-up, the organizer, so the brand, will get all the details or all the email addresses from everybody who attended. But you also might want to make it a private event, make it a little bit more exclusive. And you can, with a link that's also in the system, invite the people you want to invite to it. And they,
Okay.
as an organizer, you can accept or deny the people who will attend.
Okay, so I'm making the option to really have very exclusive events along with public events. So
And if
this
you
is
want to do it a couple of times, because you know that you had maybe even a waiting list for people who wanted to attend, you say, okay,
for the
maybe I want
second
to do
one.
an online pop-up every week or every month, or I've also been talking to people who have a gin brand. I said, yeah, you can do tastings. So every week you can do a different tasting, make a different cocktail with your public. So it's the creativity of the brand. What will you do with it? So it's not only like fashion, it can be food and beverage, and it can even be like sharing a car presentation. And you can make it for everyone. You can make it more private. That's all up to the brand to decide.
Okay, I have tried to do a small video just to show people how they can go to the online pop-up store, and we can continue talking about this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there an advisable lifespan for the brand to do an online pop-up store? I mean, do you recommend that the brand does an online pop-up store for one day or a couple of hours or more?
Usually an online pop-up lasts 1 hour because it's a
Okay,
presentation. Imagine you're on stage and you want to present your new collection. After a while, people get the message.
yes,
So usually it's up to 1 hour. And then because it will be recorded, it's something that stays in our collection of
system.
online pop-ups. If you
Okay,
want to, you still can decide, especially if it's a private event, if you want to have it published or not. But if you, as a fashion designer, want to have everybody have the option to see it also on our website, it can stay there and people can review it.
okay, perfect. So if we can recap the specificities of online pop-up stores, how can we do that maybe in like main highlighted ideas that could define an online pop-up store?
So what you want is you have an online location where you can present as a webinar your product as a brand. You can engage with your clients. You can have a recording. It's shareable. And there's another thing that we haven't spoken about. There is a way to charge money. So if you have a discount coupon you want to do a pre-sales with, we offer now the option to sell this before the event. You can also be a charity and say, hey, listen, I'd like to see if I can get donations with our online pop-up. We can also now do this. So,
Okay.
and as a brand, you can present your catalog online already in the presentation. It will get a link directly to their website where they can already sell. So you get your own page. You get your own pop-up page, and that can last as long as you would like to.
Okay, perfect. I think this would clarify the message for most of the people who might still have some doubts related to pop-up stores. I also try to do like this little recording to show people that it's really easy to go to the website and to just click on that little button, and I think the process is easy if they want to do the online pop-up store.
And
So
of
we talked about, sorry, tell me.
course, there is someone from us who will be there to help you. If it doesn't work, we're there. We will help.
Exactly. I wanted to tell you that if people could get assistance, and we know that the pop-up team, the Go pop-up team is always there to assist, and they are very reactive. And I wanted to ask you again, for those who missed it, if online pop-up stores could serve any type of brand, any type of brand industry.
Yes. Basically, it's up to the brand's creativity to do with their online pop-up. So you can have a presentation of your new collection. You can do a tasting. You can do a charity event. You can even do something in tourism. Basically, you have the stage for an hour to do whatever you want.
Okay, this is really an interesting tool, and it's really interesting for brands to complete their offline pop-up stores with online pop-ups in order to make the most of their communications activities and to try to reach all of those people who could not make it offline in order to make the best of their experiences online. We talked about the promotions, I think, and we talked about the importance of having promotional codes or QR codes that also could be integrated to that online pop-up, right?
Yes.
And what else did we talk about? We also talked about the technical assistance that one could have with Go Pop-Up. Regarding online pop-up stores, what is also a takeaway message for those who are interested in developing these types of projects with Go Pop-Up?
Well, I think it's really accessible, both affordable and easy to use. So if you are thinking of a pop-up, if you organize a physical pop-up, it needs some investment. It's not always as cheap. It needs to fit in your marketing plan, and this as well. But it's basically ask your time to prepare it. But then a session, the first session is always for free, and then the next session is 49 euros. Or if you directly decide to do several sessions, for example, you have 3 sessions for 100 euros. So it's not for the money, and your reach can be really high, and the effect can be really, really big. So it's easy accessible, yeah, low entrance. So even for smaller brands, it's also interesting.
Yes, because it could provide them a good opportunity, a good reach, as you said, with as little as 50 euros.
Yes.
Just given that they could think about their planning and what they aim to achieve from that online pop-up before just engaging in it, which is really important. Miriam, did we do the round related to online pop-up stores, or is there anything else that we should highlight?
I think we have highlighted everything or most of it. I would say please reach out if you have any questions, or if you have doubts, or if you just want to discuss it. I think, like we just said, the Go Pop-Up team is there for everybody, and we're super international, so we have a lot of languages in at the house. And I think, I hope to have inspired people as well to use it, because it's a new tool, and I think it's super interesting. You know what I envision is we have the online shopping center that, as well as a client, as a consumer, at one point we go on our website, and we just go to the pop-up shopping center and see, let's browse what's on today. I will go to this one, and maybe those one for the bags, and this one for, I don't know, the charity, and also create something like that. That's in the future maybe, but I think that would be very nice.
Yeah, and I was curious to know that from your experience, I mean, those brands who already engaged in online pop-up stores, what were their returns? How did they feel about it? What were their comments about engaging in that online? Did you manage to get some feedback from brands?
Yes, absolutely. Well, fact is that we have a couple of brands that are repeating, so that's only a good sign.
Yes.
And what is also super interesting is that they've been able to reach, several countries, people from different nationalities to their product. So, for example, we had one from LA, and they had people from Spain to Sweden to the Netherlands, and even from LA. So it's interesting to see, and that's also for a brand. After that, they will have the email address from that person. So yeah, we had very interesting and positive reactions, and most of them would say, "Hey, we'll do this again. It's so easy to use, and easy, accessible, why not? It's good. It's a good tool.
Yes, yes. And it only yields positive results to the brand. As you said, the idea of being able to collect so many valuable contacts is very important to the brand, as doing several online pop-up stores would only add on to your agenda, your customer agenda. And today, this alone costs a lot of money if you want to do it through traditional advertising, right?
Exactly. So yeah, it's basically super cheap, and you get a really big return of investment. It's easy to use and it's fun.
Yeah, I was also curious to know if there is a trend between startup brands and more developed or mature brands regarding the demand for online pop-up stores. Up till now, with Go Pop-Up, do you feel or do you think that startup brands are more inclined to engage in online pop-up stores?
Because it's so affordable, startups can so easily use it, and for them it's a great tool. But what
Yeah.
I also see is like more developed brands, they say they do an online pop-up, but basically they create a section, a sales section on their website, and it's not really a pop-up, and there is no client engagement, there is no interaction with the client.
Yeah.
So we use the same name, but the tool that we use is to engage with your client, and we have more and more interest from bigger brands
Mm-hmm.
do so. It's a new tool, so I would just say stay tuned and see what's going to come, because we have some super interesting brands that we're talking to
Mm-hmm.
that will use it.
Okay, perfect. And I'm just reminding everyone that every time there's a new brand doing an online pop-up, the Go Pop-Up Instagram and LinkedIn, I think, pages share about that event. So they can be having access to all of these info through the website and through the Instagram page of Go Pop-Up. I think I asked you all of these questions that I was having and I was curious to know about. Do we have anything else that you wish to share with our audience, Miriam?
Well, at the moment, I think we've covered quite a lot, and like I said, please reach out for any
Yes.
questions. We're here.
Perfect. So thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the insights. As I tell everyone, after the session, the video will be available on the Instagram TV channel and will be available later on YouTube. So we'll invite everyone who missed it to go and check it out. And please don't hesitate to contact the Go Pop-Up team for all of your questions related to online pop-up stores. And I'm taking advantage to also tell everyone that we have like a promotional code that Go Pop-Up offered to the audiences for this month. And I'm going to share that information with everyone on the stories in a few minutes. So thank you so much, Miriam. And
for your time and your questions and your interest.
Thank you, and hope to see you soon, or the Go Pop-Up team, for more info about your new projects. And good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.